Dude, welcome back to the Dudes of Sports podcast. I'm your host, PC, and we've got another banging episode for you guys today. Obviously, it's just me and the man from the way out west, Mr. P4, sir. Hopefully, your dudes will come and see us. But, Mr. P4, how's the week been? How's all the West Coast going?
Good. Warm. I mean, we're getting to the dog days of summer, man, and this is when like the David Price of the world starts slowing down. I did see my grandparents this last weekend. It's always good to go see the family. But some good football. I mean, the first week of preseason, we did get the Hall of Fame game last week, but this was like our first real kind of bite of football right here. And then everyone's doing their fantasy drafts, and I'm doing mock drafts and baseball. I mean, we're getting into it. What are we, like a COVID season away from baseball being over?
For sure,
So
it's like
just to
really
remind
quick.
Dodger fans how stupid that title was, that Mickey Mouse title. I mean, it's one thing to do like the LeBron in the bubble thing. They played 60 games. That's like a third of the fucking season.
They didn't play hardly at all. So it's unbelievable.
And it's like, look how much the Mets have fucking changed in that span. How bad did we want to bring this podcast down? But yeah, welcome back, folks. Thank you all for joining us. We are live on YouTube, and we're gonna be working on some cool stuff. I'm still doing Smarter Dumb. Might have a little new thing for there. But like, donate, subscribe, go Jets. I mean, holy smokes, we'll get into it. But gosh,
Personally, it's gonna be. It is what it is. As I have my mic trying to get up this story for us on our Instagram and stuff like that. So we have a few people because it is currently just me in the chat. So, but it should be a great show for you guys out there today. We're gonna talk quickly about some college basketball. We won't get into football, obviously, because it is kind of getting closer and closer as obviously our dog days of summer are kind of coming to a close. But we do want to wait for some of those dudes. I think P4, do you think? I think Nick was out there saving sea turtles out there off the coast of Hawaii, and maybe got caught up in that tsunami a little bit. I think so that's why he might be.
oh
I think
no,
he had his fly a private jet back, so I think that's why he's like a little bit late. It's just
running late. Yeah.
yeah, it's just how it is with him.
And then you got to deal with the jet
Yeah,
lag and the
exactly.
this and
And
the that. I
yeah.
mean, we're a couple world travelers here, so we know what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
So who knows how he's going to be? K Stelt, that guy's on a 10-day contract. He's never really been. He's very hit or
You know,
miss, man.
he well,
We
you know,
he does really well sometimes, and then he like just kind of folds under pressure a lot too. We just like to call him the absolute flop.
he's under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
for sure.
I'm.
But every single day is a lot of pressure for him. But let's talk a little bit.
I bet there's a chore chart going up in the Stelting house pretty soon.
And his is it's all him too. He's just like he's got
Oh
one
well,
thing for
well, let's be
himself.
honest. Someone in that house got their shit, all their ducks in a row, and someone does not. And I'll leave it up to the viewers to
Figure it out
decide which is
exactly.
which. But yeah, nope,
Yes,
no, yeah, gold stars, K Stout.
absolutely. Yeah. So like I said, we'll talk a little college hoops here. We have been currently going through college basketball. Corner three, CBB Corner Three is back officially. We have been kind of going through stuff. We've been through our top transfers, our coaching carousel. Went through a top five, and now we've been breaking down the top five. We had Houston at number one. We had no, we had BYU at no. Now I'm getting the rankings even wrong. I know I had BYU at three.
Well,
I had
it's
Florida
not a
at
surprise.
four. Unbelievable. Who do I have at two? I can't even think of off the top of my head right
Duke.
now. No, I don't have Duke at two. I'm not putting Duke at two. There's no way. Gosh dang it. I'm going to really hate it when I care. Oh, St. John's. Duh. St. John's is at number two. I've got BYU at number three. I've had Florida at number four. And now we're going to talk about the fifth team ranked. And that is your Big Ten. Really, probably the top contender in the Big Ten, at least one of them. We're hoping for our Iowa Hawkeyes to really putting up a battle up there in the top of the Big Ten this year, but that's not who we're talking about. We are talking about the Purdue Boilermakers and Matt Painter. This team played well last year, got eliminated in the Elite Eight, but they are bringing back everybody, basically. Everybody that mattered, they're bringing back All-American and Bob Cousy Award. If you don't know what the Bob Cousy Award is, it is the best point guard in the nation. Award winner in Braden Smith. He's coming back. Also, another All-American in Trey Kaufman Wren, the big man for the Matt Painter squad, who was probably one of their best scorers, alongside Braden Smith coming back, also with lights out shooter Fletcher Lawyer. So that trio, you can see there's kind of a big trend going here. Last year we saw a lot of the upcoming freshmen that have done very, very well and got really high in the leaderboards. Obviously, we had Kansas fall. They were the number one, obviously, last year, and really did really bad. But then you had the freshmen do really well. So this year you see a lot more of a stacked, balanced team. You've got, obviously, right now at Duke, who's probably got one of the best freshman classes in the nation. At number 8, currently, I think in the preseason, too early rankings. Nothing's clearly out yet. But Matt Painter's got himself a squad back. The Big Ten, I think, is going to be a competitive league. I think we're going to see a lot of different teams coming up. Hopefully, we could see Bennett Stearns and Isaiah Howard. Hopefully, they do well up there. And Ben McCollum, and all that, as K-Stel actually joins us.
Boo!
He's actually here for once. It's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen,
You got all your chores done?
10-day contract. K-Stel. Just
No,
what's your words to the fans?
Just at the new Weapons movie, so just got back from that.
You are the silliest little boy.
I'm here, so that's all I could ask for.
Was
You guys
was it really good?
No, that was the dumbest horror movie I've ever seen in my life. Anyone who
It's got
says it's a good
100% on a Rotten Tomato.
dude, no, bro, whoever those reviewers are awful. They have no idea what horror movies are. The worst Conjuring movie is better than that movie. Have you seen the movie Barbarian? You know Barbarian?
I have not. No.
So it's the same director and he uses the same writers. And I always thought, like, before I watched Barbarian, I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be scary. And like the first, like, 1.5, maybe first 2 acts of the movie, it was like, oh man, like they're leading up to something like really scary here. And then the third act, it's just the stupidest, silliest thing ever. It's like really funny. You laugh. We walked out of the theater, so that's kind of how it went. So
That's pretty crazy that you walked out of a theater of a horror movie that was really
yeah, it was so stupid. It was worse than Barbarian. I feel bad for people who pay money to see that movie.
Yeah, so we're just about to wrap up a little bit of the college basketball stuff. Not too much on Matt Painter and the Purdue squad, but they are a number 5 team with Braden Smith coming back, Trey Brent is also with Fletcher Lawyer. They do have some good recruits coming in from South Dakota State, and then Trey Murphy, who's coming out of North Florida as a wing. Should be some good depth for the Purdue team. We'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, it's really early in that. Basketball doesn't start obviously until about October, November, so we'll have to wait and see that. But you know what is coming up soon? You can feel it in the air. You can see that the leaves are going to start turning soon. Not really, but the fall season is kind of coming, which means football pigskin will be back. We have our now latest predictions. If you missed last week, the dudes will be doing a pick'em all throughout the year. We'll be finding 2 or 3 different different matchups each week to try and predict and see what happens, and then we'll keep a score track, and the loser is going to have to spin the wheel for the Smart or Dumb punishment wheel. Should be really exciting. We had the AFC North and the NFC North last week, and now we are moving on to the AFC South and the NFC South. So the fellas are going to pick up who they think is going to win the AFC South and the NFC South. P4, you are kind of like our football squad guy, our savant, we like to say. Let's give us a quick rundown of
Sleeper
what you think is
P4.
going to be
Sleeper
for
P4.
Let's start in the NFC. Let's do NFC South right now, and then we'll move to AFC South once Howard gets on. But what is your current opinion on the NFC South?
The NFC South is going to be one of the funnest divisions to watch next year in the NFL. There will be, and this is true most of the time, both of these South divisions.
This is true.
This is true because I said it. If I didn't say it, this would not be true.
That's how it always works.
Now,
As long as you're
NFC
saying it's
South.
true.
Hey, from my lips to God's ears, right? The NFC South will be very fun to watch this year. Will it be competitive football against other divisions? Probably not. Will it have a lot of ESPN not top 10? Probably. This is going to be a very interesting division. We got the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers probably, if we were to like go off of like Madden ratings or whatever, have the best quarterback in the division in Baker Mayfield, who has been on more teams than one can count. What you doing now? Dino?
Oh shoot! What I got?
He doesn't have pants on.
Oh, she missed it. She
What
missed
an
it.
athlete.
Jack Caglione in right field.
No, John Rave.
Mike Yastrzemski. So you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who probably have the best quarterback in the division, being Baker Mayfield. After that, it's probably a toss-up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. You have two younger quarterbacks. You have Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. He's a former. He wasn't really on the Heisman list. He was up there, but he was in a national championship game from a school from the Big 12, which doesn't even exist anymore. So he was a good player in college. And then Bryce Young, who's one of the best players in college. Michael Penix, who's a lefty, Bryce Young, who's a little undersized. So they both have like these little things with them. They got newer head coaches in this division. Carolina has, who's my boy?
Hunter Renfro.
No, well, yes, they do. Yes, and we can get to Hunter Renfro, my favorite NFL player. But no, let's see. Do they not have like the coach on here? Come on, man. Oh, Dave Canales. Yeah. So this was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator last year. He's a brand new coach. He's a rookie head coach. Very interesting. We'll talk about the AFC South. They have another interesting rookie head coach. But let's continue on to the Atlanta Falcons, who also have a new coach. This is the defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams last year, Raheem Morris, or Los Angeles Rams, or Rams. But he's a very good young head coach as well. I'm excited to see what he will do. And now this is the team we haven't mentioned yet, and there's a reason why. Because we don't know what the hell's going on in New Orleans. We don't know if they're preparing for a flood.
What is going on over there?
They're kind of. What does the sign say? Welcome home, stealthing.
Oh, you can see the sign. Yeah, my wife gave that to me after my Denver trip because Lord knows Denver is just an awful city.
A couple Denver omelets. You can crack open a couple.
I'll tell you what, bro, it was so dry there. I've never been in an area where, 98, I was like, bro, it's 98 outside? And all of a sudden, I'm chafing like a mother effer. Anyways, continue.
New Orleans Saints.
Devin Neal!
And that's it.
And that's it. That's all they got.
But they also have a rookie head coach. They have Kellen Moore. And they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they don't have anybody from.
They have Hunter Deckers, Jake Hanier, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shaw, Louisville. And I think we talked about the. What did we talk about last week? Yes, they could have had Shador. South. Okay, so we haven't talked about the East yet,
No.
but we'll maybe talk about the preseason after this. We'll go through all these teams, but Jackson Dart looked really good. I was actually very impressed with Jackson Dart. But so we got the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay has Todd Bowles as their head coach. Baker Mayfield is their quarterback. They've had the most, which is crazy to say that they've had the most stable last few years. So you got to give them props for that. Then you got the Saints, the Panthers, the Falcons. Now you got to look at potential pretty much with these guys. Falcons have been good with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is hurt. He's probably not going to start. You're going to have Penix out there. I don't know if Hurts is going to play a game. But then I don't know. How is the Kirk Cousins thing going to work compared to the Joe Flacco thing? Where like, how is Flacco and Andy Dalton like? Yeah, Kirk is the best out of all these guys, and he's going to be the one sitting. And Penix is maybe the one with the most to prove out of all these guys.
Right.
But I do believe in Penix. I don't want that to be understated. They have a good running back core. They have a good wide receiver. They've done some stuff to the defense. They've tried some things. Their new defensive coordinator is Brick, Jeff Olbrick, who was the Jets defensive coordinator last year, their interim head coach last year after Robert Saleh was fired. I am a fan of him. But it's such a potential driven. So I think like the only thing you could really say is Tampa Bay wins the division at probably like 10-7, 9-6. But then after that, I mean, we could have 3 teams picking the top 5 out of this division, or we could have, I don't know if I'd venture to say 2 playoff teams, but it could be a race towards the end on who is going to be the NFC South representative in the playoffs. It's probably going to host a wild card team, a wild card game, whichever team that is. So I'm probably looking right now. I think Carolina can be real good. One of those wide receivers need to separate themselves. I like Dave Canales. We'll see what he does. Baker's a little undersized quarterback. Now he's going to the Bryce Young. I am a little scared to see Todd Bowles' defense against the Panthers, but Tampa Bay was going to be the hardest out in the division anyway. So I think if they can and they have a bad, I don't mean a bad schedule, but they have like a 4th place team schedule. So they should have an easier little road to victory there. And yeah, Tampa Bay is going to be a tough out, but I'm confident in the Carolina Panthers this year. I think I'd probably go Tampa Bay 2, which one of those 2 teams going to win the division, Atlanta at 3, and then the New Orleans Saints are probably going to be picking first overall in the 2026 NFL draft.
Yeah, great insights there from Main Man from way out west. Okay, Stella, are you kind of having agreement with P4, or are you going to pick somebody else to take the top of the NFC South?
I think Tampa Bay just kind of has it, in my opinion. I think they're the most formulated team there. It is the division that is, like, out of the odds makers, probably the, shortest odds to, or the closest odds of who's going to, win that. We all want to think that the Panthers have the ability to be a better team next year just because Bryce Young has figured it out and it looks like their GM is kind of doing something to make the team more, realistic to their fans, I guess, because they've just been so bad. And I think that the Saints probably have the worst record in that division just because I don't know who their quarterback is going to be. And whoever he is going to be, I don't think that he's going to play more than 10 games, if that makes any sense. I think we're going to see a lot of potential out of the draftees they got. I think we're going to see a lot of potential out of the veterans they got, maybe some trade pieces they have. I think the Falcons will be better. I think the Falcons will be better than the Panthers. I think my brain tells me the Panthers are going to be worse than the Falcons, but my heart wants me to believe that the Panthers are going to be better than the Falcons. So my realistic take will be 4 Saints, 3 Falcons. That's so hard, bro, because they do have a good offensive line. I'll say 3 Falcons, 2 Panthers, 1 Tampa Bay. I'm gonna ride the Panthers are gonna be in a playoff push at the end of the season.
Yeah, great insights. Great insights there from K-Stell and from Maine from way out west. So we have Tampa Bay and then Maine, people you said Carolina, correct? Coming out of the NFC North, NFC South. The one thing I think we can all agree on is that the Saints are probably going to be the worst team in football.
Panthers, Buccaneers at Buccaneers is the last game of the season. Just want to throw that out there. I figured that was going to be the case, but Panthers.
I just don't know if the Panthers have the depth, in my opinion.
At what position?
At their interior position. I don't think they have the depth. Because that's the one thing out of a team that's struggling, or that struggled previous years, and then they build up their, what's the thing you got to build up on is your interior, and they have, of course, but I don't know if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I don't know if they're going to fall to the Panthers. If the Panthers are struggling with injuries in their interior line. If the entire line, defense, and offense is there for the Panthers, and there's a couple of specialty guys on the outside for both defense and offense that aren't there for the Panthers, I think the Panthers could probably win that game. But this is kind of the old school, hey, the trenches are going to win this game. And whoever has the best trenches that game, I think, is going to win. So that's kind of my 2 cents, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one.
Yeah, I mean, so I was actually going to take the Panthers too, honestly, because I actually really enjoy that team. I think that their wide receiver core got better. I think that Bryce Young's going to take a little bit of a jump here. I just wanted to go a little bit against the grain, so I am going to take the Panthers too. Howard, P4 and I are on the Panthers for the NFC South. Case Stella's picked the Buccaneers. Are you starting with that, or are you going with somebody else?
I think that the Panthers, I think, are showing good signs. I think Bryce Young is getting better every year, but at the same time, I think it's tough to not take in that division the Buccaneers, because I think that their defense is still pretty solid overall. They're getting better, honestly, in their offensive weapons. I'm not sure exactly the level we see Baker Mayfield this year, especially if we see him fully healthy all season long. But yeah, I mean, that defense is still really solid. I feel Vita Vea is still top of that defensive line that has done pretty good for them recently. You got their backfield that's still got some great players. I forgot who they drafted this first round, but I do know that the Buccaneers are pretty solid. I mean, Bucky Irving came really big for the team last year, so I don't think they missed too much of a step with what they have right now. Panthers are on their way up. Maybe they definitely could give a good run for second place. I do like the Falcons this year. Penix can get it going. That team would be so fun to watch. I think Bijan Robinson is ready to pop off. And the defensive, the secondary is just ridiculous for the Falcons. So they're definitely going to give a good run. That's a toss-up, honestly, for second place in the NFC South. But then, obviously, at the bottom, you got the Saints. I don't know what the hell happened to them this offseason. It's just, gosh, there's
It's just so
little
weird,
depth,
right?
if
They didn't
anything.
do anything.
They lost players. They still have some decent guys,
Yeah.
but they went down so bad in value. Tyrann Mathieu retired. I know they got a good guy that's injury prone from the Colts in their secondary now, but they still just, gosh, the quarterback situation, who knows? If Rattler can at least be halfway decent, I think they'll be nice. I know Show had a decent pass day in preseason, but you only can go so far until you got to start, all 17 games from here on out soon. So, it's just tough for the Saints, but I think that the Buccaneers will reign over the top. I think what they have right now is still good, and, they keep the train rolling, even though you got a couple of up-and-coming teams in that division.
Yeah, for sure. So, K-Stel and Howard are both going to take my goodness, Buccaneers. I don't know what's going on with myself today. And then me and P4 are taking the Cardinals. Not the Cardinals. Gosh dang it, I can't even think what's going on.
Get rid of them.
Dudes in sports is just awful.
More Cardinals
Carolina
on the line than I
Panthers
do.
is who we are taking. So since I can't talk, we'll let Howard take over for the AFC South, since that is kind of his division. He can kind of talk into it. I want to see
He can have that division.
a
don't
non-biased
want this
attempt as I
division.
try to recover from my horrific downfall.
Oh man, the AFC South. Well, I'll talk a little what I think a summary for the other three teams, obviously, and then I'll get a little depth about the Tennessee Titans for all that care. But the Houston Texans, I still think, are pretty solid in the division right now. I don't believe in their offensive line. That
Which
really
is
rough for
something
them
they
at the
needed.
moment. It looks like they just went off season to off season, or off season to or one season to the next without an offensive line, and didn't really fix that. They fired Bobby Slowick, I'm pretty sure. Is that confirmed? Or they like
I think they
moved on from
did.
it? Yes, okay. So that is a plus for them. And I know they have definitely kind of regrouped themselves.
Bobby Slowick
and-
is currently the senior passing game coordinator for the Miami Dolphins.
Interesting. We will see how that goes for the Dolphins. But yeah, the Texans, I feel like, just haven't really lost a step. I think that a new offensive coordinator could be at least beneficial for CJ Stroud. I know a lot of the scheme that they were running kind of in the short passing game, which made Bobby Slowick kind of decent with the like the first season that they had previously, Stroud's rookie season. And I think more came on. I think Stroud just got comfortable. So now that they got a couple of guys, they got Christian Kirk, which is decent. He's was like a top paid guy for the Jaguars, which I don't think is his position. So now that he's more of a wide receiver 3, that's better for him. They got Jaden Higgins in the draft, which is pretty good. Tank Dell, if he can stay healthy, that'd be nice. So I think Texans will run that division, truthfully, in my opinion. Next, we'll go to the Colts. They have an insane amount of defensive back injuries. I don't know if you've seen any of this, but they lost like a couple of rookie corners. They have Jalen Jones that like messed up his hamstring, so he's going to be missing at least the beginning of the season. And then you had Travers Ward, who's like questionable. He apparently has an ankle injury. And they already had a like not great secondary. So the fact that they got all these new ads and like they're just getting hurt before they can even play, really unfortunate for the Colts. Kenny Moore, I think, even got like injury news today. And then Anthony Richardson going down the preseason. It's just like, gosh, Saints fans went from like that Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck success to just this. So
all the time, bro. It's just unbelievable. If I was a
yeah,
Colts
really
fan,
rough
I
there.
would be small.
Yeah, no kid. And then Jaguars, I think.
Well, something did happen to the Colts in the offseason.
Yeah.
Right.
Big.
The
Yeah.
whale guy died.
Rest in paradise, Jim Irsay. Maybe that there's some sort of Cinderella story
Paradise.
coming with that.
We're talking about Paradise from a Hercules movie, like that type of underground paradise.
He's shaking a
We don't-
paradise
we
wherever
don't
he
know,
is, dude.
but
he found the slots.
He lived his
Thursday.
years. We can all say that. Jim Irsay lived the years of his life to the max. Anyways, the Colts are just like
Anyone would do the same.
that
in,
in a
his position.
way sums it up to what they're going into this year. Like everyone's just like, what the Colts got going on right now? I think they might finish last. But
What's
'cause,
weirder,
like, the
Colts or
Jags-
Saints?
Weirder?
Yeah, like what's a weirder
think-
situation?
I think the Colts, man. The Colts have just got no familiarity right now.
They're
Like
kind of weird.
their offensive line, which was like, oh, the stronghold and stuff. They had a guy from Alabama, forgive me for his name, that went to the Vikings this offseason. Ryan Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
Is that correct? Ryan Kelly, yep. He went to the Vikings.
Okay.
So like
He's a good center.
even that offensive line from the Andrew Luck days are gone. So it's just such a new team that is just like Shane Steichen either is going to win Coach of the Year or that team is going to be a 2-pack of just ass this year.
Or he'll be
'cause the-
senior defensive analyst for Tennessee Titans next year.
Yeah, probably like freaking from the Detroit Lions, Jim. Why can't I think of his last name? Jim Schwartz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's Schwartz.
That
yeah.
he's gonna be the next great defensive coordinator. Just completely gets eliminated from the system. Anyways, then the Jags I think are coming up. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be just this big breakout season. It's his year. I don't think exactly it's that, but I think the rest of the team does not look bad. And they had a decent draft. I mean, Travis Hunter, if he is even like somewhat to his expectations, he will help that team tremendous.
So was he like the opposite of Dion, where Dion was corner first and would come in for passing plays, where he's what? Because doesn't that feel a little ass backwards to you? Where it's like, wouldn't you be like a full-time corner? Like, it's weird to be like, okay, go out there and cover that guy. It's more like, oh, go out there for this big third down where they'll have to like plan for you, like no matter what.
Put in a scheme. Yeah, that's what they're really doing, like so temporarily in the defense. I don't know, because his defensive skills, he doesn't get targeted like when he's out there. He's good, but it's really weird how that's.
And then what do you
working
do
with
in
the
his first
Jags.
play? It was 3rd and 6, and he ran a 4-yard hook. Just,
Yeah,
just right where you want him, man.
he's an athlete. He has
Absolutely.
the skill. If he can put it together, he will be a phenomenal player. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, good health for him. Honestly, they got Brian Thomas Jr. I think a second year from Brian Thomas Jr. could be lethal. So, I like the Jags. Honestly, I hate the Jags
That's the other
team
thing. Their wide
overall,
receivers are
like,
way better than their corners.
Yeah, but like it's crazy because we say all that.
Is
and
it because
there's one
Cohen's an
common-
offensive coach and he wants him? He's like, nah, let him
Yeah,
on my
I
side of
think-
the ball.
I think it's like maybe Cohen wants to see and experiment what he can do with this team because he was so experimental with the Buccaneers last season. So we'll see how the Buccaneers even look. But yeah, now that Cohen's there, that'll be interesting how they scheme things up. But yeah, so for our final team that we have yet to talk about, but if I can get things going here, hold up. We
You can pull up the manifesto.
I will. We got the Tennessee Titans here. Can you see this depth chart, guys?
No.
I don't know. Anyways, we got the Tennessee Titans. Can't see the depth chart.
No. Still can't see.
Huh. Interesting.
What does it say? Poop, poop,
Says
poop,
share
poop,
my
poop, poop, poop.
1 second. Anyways,
Dude, I mean, it was so bad that the NFL
Yeah.
just kicked him off. It was like he
Yeah,
can't
I
be
guess
on here anymore.
you know that private jet, Wi-Fi is just not doing very well. K-Stel, do you want to give your AFC South prediction for the fans out there?
Yeah, and I'm actually really sad that I won't be able to give like my example without Nick Howard on here, but I'll just start it off. The NFC, not the NFC, the AFC South, I think, is way more interesting than NFL fans or big media guys are giving it credit for. I'll wait for Nick. Let's see what he has to say.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Who knows?
Will he?
Maybe.
Give him an Ethernet.
That private jet Wi-Fi not working out up there, huh?
it ain't working too great. But yeah. Let's not go to screen share. I'll just kind of go a little bit close down. So we got a new offensive line, which I think is going to be pretty big for this team. You got Dan Moore Jr. from the Steelers. He is going to be playing the left side of the field, I think. Oh, no, the right side, excuse me. And J.C. Latham is... No, so J.C. Latham, right tackle, and then you got Dan Moore Jr., left tackle. Our left tackle position has been terrible. If you know anything about Andre Dillard or Nicholas Petit-Frere.
Go
And
Cougs!
then, other than that, I really... Yeah. Oh, man. Other than that, you got
Say it,
J.C.
say it.
Latham, Pete Skronsky, and then you got Corey Levin, decent. And then wide receivers, you got Calvin Ridley coming up. I like Calvin Ridley. I've told P4 this, that I think Ridley is mega underpaid still. He's just so crazy athletic. And I hope that the man at the QB position that we will get to can do wonders for him. You got Tyler Lockett. We'll see how he does. We're
You
not sure
light
about
my
that.
fire.
Just get us Adam Humphries touchdowns, and I will be happy.
No,
Just little
no,
short-
stop.
Anyways, we got Van Jefferson coming in. We will see how that goes. I did not like his preseason debut. That's another story, but yeah, we'll see how that plays as the season goes on. Alik Iomaner from Stanford is a rookie that I'm intrigued to see. He didn't
Say it
look
again?
too crazy in his preseason game. Alik Iomaner. Elicayyomanor from Stanford University. We'll see how he does. I like Jameer Dike. Canadian and Nigerian, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we got Jameer Dike, who is Nigerian. He does have Nigerian ancestry. I did know that. They talked about that in the draft, actually. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, they
excited
certainly
to
didn't talk
see how
about
he
his
does
play.
this season. Yeah, Xavier Strepo. We'll see how he does in coming up. I hope he makes the roster, at least practice squad. He's a dog that's just trained out of his mind right now. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, yeah, we'll kind of get moving along. Tony Pollard, Tyjae Spears got hurt today. He's going to be missing yesterday. He's going to be missing 3 weeks. So potentially week 1 of the season, which means Khalil Mullings, rookie from Michigan, will be number 2 in the backfield. We'll see how that goes. Tony Pollard starting again. I liked Tony Pollard last season. Pretty good. Finally, what we've all been waiting for, Cam Ward is the starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. Preseason debut. I liked it. He had one throw which should have been picked off, but other than that, that dude is so calm and collected. It's like Tannehill was not good in the postseason. Do not get me wrong there. He just was so not clutch there.
No, we
But he
shouldn't
could at
already
least
pull the
hang in the
comparison.
NFL.
Don't pull that comparison yet.
He could hang.
After one
he could hang
game.
in the NFL, and that's what he was so calm and collected. His throws to Calvin Ridley, it was so precise.
So is Cam Ward
and
already a better
just-
Tennessee Titan quarterback than Ryan Tannehill? Is that what you're saying?
Will Levis? Oh no,
Than
no,
Malik
no,
Willis?
no, and that's not a high. It's not a high bar.
What?
Maybe we'll see how he does We'll see how he does against the Chiefs this year. We literally lost
Oh,
that
we're
game
so
to the Chiefs
scared.
because we couldn't get past the 50.
Don't do that, bro. He'll clip it. He'll
Malik
clip
Willis.
it, bro.
Cam Ward, watch out, clip that, clip it.
Yep.
I like Cam
You
Ward a
learn how to
lot,
clip
man.
any
He
fucking
had
clip, go ahead and
his
do it.
college days. I will. I'm gonna come back to this, but I like Cam
57.
Ward, man. I'm excited. Chigakonkwo, tight end. We'll see how they go. 57. It could happen. That would be something that wouldn't shock me. I ain't gonna lie. Then we get to the defense. We got Tavondre Sweat, Jeffrey Simmons at the middle tackle positions. I like that duo a lot. Tavondre Sweat, Meatloaf, as we call him here in Tennessee. He will be starting next to Jeff Simmons. That is going to be fun. You got Arden Key, who, he is a good vibes guy. He's not terrible, but hopefully Femi Oladejo that we got in the second round this year is going to be pretty good. We will have to see on that. James Williams, I liked how he played in the preseason. I know it's preseason. Cody Barton, who played on the Denver Broncos. We got Dramont Jones. That was kind of a miss for me. I'm not the biggest fan. Right edge tackle position, edge rusher. We'll see how that is for us this year. We got Jahad Ward backing him up. Amani Hooker, Xavier Woods, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Watch out for that name. I think he's going to be big for our team this year. And then Roger McCreary, he's all right. But overall, the defense, it's not bad. It's got its good. I feel like the interior defensive line is really stacked. in terms of who's starting, and our depth is pretty good too. But it's really about our youngins. Like, if they can come in pretty big for us, and Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who we drafted last year, started off really nice. We got Quandre Diggs back, and insane thorn in our back. So overall, I don't think that this team is going to give too much of a run for its money second place unless the division as a whole is just dog shit around the Texans. But I don't dislike this Titans team at all. I don't think they're going to be last place in the division. I think that the Colts have a way, 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 way worse situation right now than we do. So I think, year one of Cam Ward and Callahan with his job on the line, pretty much, I think if we can get to 6 wins, even 7, it's a schedule that's not too bad. Like, we're probably, it would not shock me if we've lost to the Chiefs, obviously. The defense could probably swarm us. Broncos is a tough week 1 schedule, but other than that, like, the division as a whole is not strong, and overall, I just think that there are winnable games on our schedule for sure. Cam Ward can go and show himself a decent rookie season in his first year. I think that would just be what anything a Titans fan could ask for. So I think that the Texans win the division. Titans could give a run for its money for second place. I think the Jaguars got that overall. I think that they at least kind of established they're not terrible under a new head coach and a GM. I think that is a good boost that they needed. They needed to get out of the clownery of, forgetting his last name, Trent Baalke. I think moving on from that guy is huge for them, truth be told. So I think that they got a good shot at second place. But then, Colts last. I think this is just unfortunately going to be a really bumpy ride for them. And they're going to be sitting around a top 10 pick at worst, truthfully.
Phenomenal insight there by our Tennessee Titans. Main man from, actually, we were going K-Stout. K-Stout, why don't you give your predictions on that AFC South? Do you agree with Howard, or are you on your own?
Well, before Howard disconnected and connected back, I was basically saying, Howard, that this is the the division that a big media heads don't want to care about. But if you look at it intently, it actually is pretty interesting what these 4 teams got going on. And the best way to describe it is this is how should I phrase it? A Disney live action franchise.
What?
Nerd. Hold on for a second, P4. Don't.
All right, I'm sorry.
Don't jump off.
I'm sorry.
The Texas Titans are what we consider the Pirates of the Caribbean fans. So, guys who just know about Pirates of the Caribbean. And if you talk to somebody else about Pirates of the Caribbean, they go, yeah, I know Jack Sparrow. I know all those guys. I've seen the movies. They should be good. There's a couple of times where they're like, okay, what's going on? Like, it should be better. But at the end of the day, they're a better team. The Jacksonville Jaguars is what I call the or not Jacksonville Jaguars. The Indianapolis Colts are what we call the Narnia fans. So guys who are those fantasy goofballs, they know about Narnia. The first movie was awesome. The first time you heard about the Colts, oh my word, look at the Colts. They got Peyton Manning, and then the second and third movie was Andrew Luck, and everyone was like, yeah, those are good movies. Then the fourth and fifth movie was like, we don't know what's going on. This is awful. They should do this. And they don't do that because they never will. And it has to end up being the person who runs those movies has to die to get the movie better, no pun intended. The Tennessee Titans is what I like to call Tron fans. Tron is like, nobody cares, nobody knows about it. They've seen the movie, they've seen that one season the Titans did, and they were like, wow, that was really cool. I'm never going to care about that at all ever again. But then once you start digging into the Titans season, it's like, wow, this is actually really cool. Like why don't they do this all the time? They have this like chemistry, and the fans just go, I don't really know. Like we've been saying this forever, and nobody really cares. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, this is a pretty good one. This is the latter half of the Star Wars films. It's like, oh man, they had this brand new, like they could have done it. They're in Florida. Here it goes. It's going to be so cool. The first movie was awesome. Almost like the beginning of the Jaguars franchise. They had this D-end that was awesome. Holy cow, they're going to do it. And then after that, everything that happened after that first movie, and I'm not including whatever that movie is, Rogue One. Not including that one. But everything else after that was like, this is awful. This is completely awful. And what's funny is I'll start on the Jaguars. The Jaguars just got their guy that could bring that franchise back to life, and that's Travis Hunter. Almost like the Star Wars series getting Ryan Gosling into their movies. The savior. The guy who can do all. Travis Hunter. I watched his game. Travis Hunter, I slept on him. I'll say it. I slept on him. I think Travis Hunter is going to be a great player. He's not going to be the best at wide receiver. He's not going to be the best at the corner position. We all know that. But man, the idea that he went out there and played like a serviceable corner and wide receiver at this point in time just shows that the kid is on another level. Because that's impossible to do. I think it's harder than pitching and hitting in baseball, in my opinion, just because of how much you have to know in football. And that's just how it is. You have to...
Full body-wise, I agree. Like
Yeah,
your core in
absolutely.
football.
Body-wise and mentally. And
Always going.
what was that? What was it?
Hey, pitchers used to hit in baseball. It was called the National League.
Anyways, thank you, Jacob deGrom. Anyways, I should say thank you, Michael Waka, actually. But
Shut up.
what was that clip that said, "Hey, what music do you listen to?" to Travis Hunter? Travis Hunter was like, "I don't listen to music."
That was Gruden.
That was Gruden.
Gruden.
And I don't know if that was like real, but like it kind of makes sense because if you're a kid studying like 2 playbooks, you don't have time for music. You don't have time for movies or books or
Celtics
social.
find time for music.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that. You have to read playbooks all day long. So we'll see if Travis Hunter's the one to spark this franchise back up. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, they have a guy that a lot of people don't really care about in the broad spectrum of sports in reality, Nick Howard. I don't mean to hate on Cam Ward this much. And this may be an unfair comparison in my opinion, but Cam Ward is the guy compared to Jared Leto. Jared Leto is a... Hold on, before you open your mouths and say any words, I know what's going to happen. Jared Leto, well known for being in movies that have made zero money, but Jared Leto also has made phenomenal songs and also has won an Oscar. So it's one of these guys where we go, man, remember Cam Ward was like that guy, and then he went to Miami and he was like kind of good, but like no one gave a crap about Miami. So it's almost like they're bringing in a guy who, yeah, he can do it, but like, oh, remember the recent memory? He can't do it again. So maybe Cam Ward, who it has to be the leader of that franchise. He has to be. There can't be anybody else other than coaches. He has to be the guy who comes
how
in.
committed his mindset is. It's just his interviews, how
Who,
honest
Cam
he
Ward or
is.
K-Stel?
I was gonna say you should. Are you talking about Jared Leto or Cam Ward here? Because they're talking about the
Cam
same.
Ward. I'm just saying, Cam Ward he's just such a stand-up guy that like you hope he's the guy, man. Like you can't
hope.
hate
Oh,
him
we
when
know
they're
you
all
hope
just
he's the
so-
guy.
We
I
know
mean,
that.
duh, but at
But
the
like
same
he's
time-
going to be a part of a
Yes.
he's going to be a part of a franchise that can finally bring attention to everybody else. Because even when Tannehill was there, people were like, "Look at the Titans," and then when Tannehill didn't do well, people were like, what? What happened here? That was literally Tron Legacy in 2010. People were like, wow, what's not something else that we can look at? What's the next thing? So that's kind of what it reminds me of. And then the Colts, at the end of the day, it's Narnia. They were, wow, remember Narnia? Like in a childhood, it was so cool. And then all of a sudden, what are we watching? This is unbelievable. This is nothing what I thought it was going to be. The only thing I have to say about the Colts is put in Jason Bean and you'll be fine. You're going to be serviceable. Daniel Jones sucks. Anthony Richards sucks. If you play Bean, I guarantee you'll be a better football team if you put Jason Bean. And that's not just me being a KU fan. That's just me being a guy. He just knows how to win on a bad football team.
Yeah, Riley Leonard.
Anyways, and then the Texans, this is pretty simple. The Texans,
Going to Duke and Notre Dame's pretty cool.
The Texans are very simple.
Money.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean. We all know them. They should be good, but they're never going to be better than Lord of the Rings. They're never going to be better than Harry Potter or the old school Star Wars. So at the end of the day, PC, I'll give you my 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be Texans. It's going to be Titans. It's going to be Jacksonville. And it's going to be the Indianapolis Colts. And I'll just say this for future reference. The Titans are going to be 3 games out of the playoffs when they get to that point. And that's just safe. That's a safe consideration. So
I said 6 wins is cool, so that'd be okay if we were like right.
Yeah, so you got 2. Howard, right? You had Texas. Correct. Yes. So we have 2 of the Texans. Spain Man from way out west. Are you joining the squad with the Texans, or are you going to pick somebody else coming out of the AFC South?
Well, I was watching Tron Legacy the other day, and I thought, you know who this reminds me of? Jacksonville Jaguars. No, okay, so this is another division here in the AFC and the NFC South where you're going to have a couple of teams here. You're probably not going to have 2 playoff teams. You're probably not going to, whoever wins the division is going to be the lone guy, and there might even be a team like Pittsburgh or Cincinnati that doesn't make the playoffs because they end up having to put the AFC South in the playoffs. Texans, Houston Texans took a step back last year. I think it's safe to say compared to what they were doing. He's going to do it on the podcast too. I mean,
That's
he's an absolute maniac.
This is
He's
crazy. I don't think there's anybody on. I hope there is nobody on our YouTube right now. Watch some just person's like, I'm gonna check out sports, and you can hear Kyle in the background. There's 2 people
Yeah.
watching.
I
It's you and me, P4. So it's all
I
good.
cannot believe
I mean-
you pointed that out. I was bawling until you pointed that out, and I was like,
okay, whatever. So you got the AFC South here. You got the Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans. For anyone who got them confused with fucking Finding Nemo or whatever the fuck Kyle was talking about.
I'll tell you what, my analogy is going to be
It's my turn. It's my turn.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Say your bullshit. Let me. There's no way. Fucking. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. All right, whatever. So, Jacksonville, Alex Cohen, Duval. He's an interesting cat out there. Tennessee, funny as it is, I mean, because we were all super excited for the offensive coordinator coming out of Cincinnati, and how he's like still a good young offensive mind coach, and he's already on the hot seat. So that's kind of how Tennessee's doing it right now. It's the same thing the Jets did with Saleh. So I understand I'm in a glass house as well, but it is crazy that you're like, what? Like the teams are gonna take this.
it's
guy.
nuts that we're already like, okay, he's got to get 6 wins. Like, this is it. Like, that's how just ridiculous our GM and coach tree. Because this is the year I'd be like, okay,
But also,
somebody's
what are you
gotta
gonna
go.
do? I mean, we're way past the days of Tony Dungy can like have 4 losing seasons in a row and then
I
eventually
just
work.
hate the
But that's how it
shit
is.
sticking to
Coaches
the
used to
wall
coach
and
for
hopefully
fucking
it
ever.
works. I get it.
Absolutely.
But,
And that's it. And that's what you have to do. It's what you have to do with quarterbacks. Like, that's the thing that kind of keeps me holding on to the Saints. kind of keeps me holding on to the Colts is that if you stick with this guy, and hey, I already said earlier in the podcast, I like how Jackson Dart looks, but like you got to give these guys starts. If Daniel Jones, if you're going to sign him to the big contract, like fucking play him, guys. Stick with your coach and stick with your quarterback and just try it. You got to give it a couple years. I mean, the Jets and the Titans and all these teams, Jacksonville, I mean, they think Trevor Lawrence is the guy. If Trevor Lawrence was on any other team, he'd probably be flip-flopped. I mean, we got Sam Darnold on his 50. We had 2 Jet quarterbacks going against each other, and they were more well-known for the teams that they were playing for currently, and they were first-round picks of the Jets. And you're looking at it, and you got Miami, Zach Wilson the other day, and you got all these guys in the league. You go, holy smoke, it's the same teams over and over and over, and a lot of them happen to be in the same division, and that's kind of what the AFC South is right now. So we'll see with the Colts. They got a bunch of busts over there. Jacksonville, they're trying to write out their guy. Houston thought they had a guy, and then last year, who knows? So I do agree with the dudes. I think Houston's going to be number 1. After that, who the fuck knows? I think this is harder to predict than the NFC South. I mean, it's crazy. Who knows? I mean, all these, you got another division that could have 3 teams drafted in the top 5, or you could have 4 teams drafted from teens to 20s. I mean, no one's going to be drafted in the 30s from this division. I think I'm not going crazy saying that, but yeah, it's a goofy division, and I don't know if I'd go to far as to say that Willy Wonka or Walt Disney have anything to do with it. But that's my take on the AFC South.
As Kyle continues to stay.
Hold on.
I'm going to stay with the rest of the dudes and pick the Texans as well. I think it's the best option out of the AFC South. The Titans, honestly, I think are going to actually be pretty decent. I was watching Cam play a little bit, and I think they're actually going to make a little bit of noise in that AFC South. It's just, everybody's been kind of, saying the same things. It's such a weird division. I mean, both of those Souths are weird divisions. I think CJ is going to have enough to get over that hump with that Texans team to be the only team out of the AFC South to make the playoffs. I think the Titans do well, and the rest of the 2 teams are kind of in purgatory. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Houston Texans as well, but the Tennessee Titans to make a nice jump forward towards hopefully becoming a playoff team once again. So all the dudes pick the Houston Texans for the AFC South, and then for the NFC South, me and P4 both picked the Carolina Panthers, and K-Stout and Howard both picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So interesting stuff there. We have different dudes cheering for different teams as well. That's going to kind of wrap up tonight's for the NFL preview stuff. We will be having a Duke Sports Fantasy Football Season 2 coming out again on a pod. We'll do a live stream for that as well.
Mr. Casey Rose is 0 in his fantasy leagues last year, so he is going to sit this year out.
Gotcha.
Regroup, right? And
Is this his PR statement?
I
bro, where are you reading from?
He also says here, a little Casey Rose backstory, right? Quick is we're in the same men's league, softball league, over on the aisle, and my team's pretty good. I am the star pitcher and hitter of the best team in softball. I don't think that surprises anybody listening to the show. I'm not breaking any news here, but Mr. Rose, if he wins his wild card game this tomorrow on Monday, then we will play him in the semifinals on Wednesday. So we'll see if maybe we can get something there. Other friends of the show are also in this league on differing teams. But we'll send updates in that. I am 2 for 2 in championships, other than our year there. But I think we did win as far as Delta Chi. I mean, all we did was win. But yeah, we're a pretty good squad. Different pitching rules in this league. It's crazy if it hits the plate. I mean, because that's what I was working on. It just hit the plate. That was a strike back then. Now in this league, no, it's got to be behind the plate. There's a certain strike zone, flat and high, and we're making it work. We're the best team in the league. We only lost once. We split against the second best team in the league, and they walked off their win against us. I pitched 7 innings. It was a tough game. I was probably close to 100 pitches. But then we beat them by like 15 the next time we played them. So excited to see what happens in that season. But Mr. Rose may be skipping out this year in fantasy. But exciting stuff with fantasy. A couple
Yeah, it should be-
leagues,
it
a
should be some
couple of
fun.
good rooks.
Yeah, we'll have some new guys getting called up to the Dude Sports season too. I think we had Caleb Turner is opting out as well. Wyatt is actually.
And our loser, could we speak on our loser a little bit? What the heck
And
happened
I
there?
don't know what happened there, man. It's just
He's been kind of AFK for
Kinda,
a
like,
lot
left
of
the chat,
things.
so-
Yeah, he left a lot of the chats. He just he lost and I haven't heard from him since.
embarrassed. No, he's not back on. I don't know.
Haven't golfed with him, haven't
We'll have
done
to figure
anything.
something else out. That was horrible that we don't even do a fantasy football punishment. It's disgraceful.
Have we done any?
So, I mean, we never really have. We need to really start doing that. But
I do have an image of Mr. Rose, his fantasy football punishment in a different league that he was in. He stood uptown at the main four-way stop in my town, and he was holding a sign that said fantasy football loser. And his son, the mayor of our town, actually, was holding a sign pointing at him that said he sucks at fantasy football. So
that's pretty great. So we'll have that going for us, and then we will have, of course, our preview for the AFC East and NFC East next week, and then we will complete it with the AFC West and NFC West, and then our last week before the NFL football season starts, we'll be doing our Super Bowl predictions, Super Bowl odds, MVP, DPOY, and then Rookie of the Year.
hey, I already placed a bet on Super Bowl champ.
So we already got that.
Plus 2,500. I'd get on it right now
Well, I think
before
we'll
it
switch-
changes.
We'll switch over to the last little part of our dog days of summer, and we do have some MLB going. It is heating up here. Mr. K. Snell, do you have our MLB update for our Dude Sports fans?
Oh, I certainly do, guys.
Kind of like the Marvel Universe.
Guys,
Actually,
we should
more
just
like
give
an
a
X-Men, but you know what, it's fine.
congratulations to the first woman umpire in the league.
Put the clip up. Put the clip up.
Congratulations. You know what they say, if you haven't heard about this, when you're umpiring a game, you do have a strike zone. And
It's the base.
Yeah, that's the base. And the only amount of inches you get around that in like Little League or whatever is like maybe an inch or 2 inches and stuff like that.
Ball and a quarter. Ball.
Yeah, so like an inch or 2 inches. And what it just proves to me is that women do believe, guys, if you're listening to this, this is important, that 1 to 2 inches in their mind is around 6 inches. So congratulations to all the guys. 1 to 2 inches is about 6 inches. Is about 6 inches because the first called strike from the first woman umpire.
The very first pitch.
First
I think
pitch.
she was calling that a strike no matter what.
I think she had to, in my
Yeah.
opinion, but this
Yeah.
is just how the joke goes. Was it 6 inches off the plate? She actually did good the rest. She did good the rest of the game, but yes, as you did say,
Your bar in the MLB is Angel Hernandez.
yeah,
Like that
so
is the one
she-
thing that like there's any ref out
Wait,
there,
wait,
even the NBA, which is like, oh, is this
Wait,
guy
wait.
corrupt? You had Angel Hernandez, so that is the only thing where I'm just like, yeah, she fits right in. to
No,
the
no,
rest of the
no.
MLB umpires.
What I was going to say later, but what they clarified is she did do well the rest of the game. That was like the only really bad one
It
she
is
had.
crazy that
Like she was like the first one it was like a strike and then people were like, whoa, that was way off, and then like the rest of the game she was actually good. So I think yes, she did
It's
want to
funny,
call
like, the ones that are like, man, this guy sucked on this out call, and they get like a 98% on that like ump scorecard or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah.
it fucked my game.
What do you mean it was .68 runs to the Marlins?
No, you know what's awesome is when they have the MLB game day screenshots and they go, "This is the same pitch." Like different innings, different batters. Right?
Outside, are you shitting me? It's like barely in the top corner.
He struck out without even seeing a strike his whole AB.
Give us robot umps. And it's like, bruh, especially like the box that's in front of the strikeout when they post that on the monitor. It's like if every umpire just had like glasses where they could see a strike zone, it would be a million times better. And they're just like, nope, I can't believe it. We need robot umps right now. It's like, that would be so crazy. But
Anyway, there's a little kid that's impersonating umpires. We'll see what happens there.
And I don't care what K-Stel
Man,
has to
look.
say. Men, raise your children to hate umpires and referees. They just ruin the game.
Maybe umpires.
A-cab.
you see this
Arab?
man.
And what you mean, Arab, right? Arab.
A-cab.
No, Arab.
A-cab.
That's how
All
all
referees
refs
are bad. All referees are bad. Yes.
Anyways, I was just
Arab. Join my Arab club.
I was just gonna go through the wild card standings for each division and see what happened there.
We're not gonna have any Royals talk today.
No, we will. We'll have our own separate talks. We'll have our separate talks. We'll start in the National League. The Milwaukee Brewers are continuously the best team in baseball. It actually doesn't make any sense. There's a guy that I've never heard of that hit a walk-off home run today. I don't even get it.
He had 3,000 minor league at bats.
It's
He was.
insane.
It's like the who was the guy on the Lakers in Kobe's last year? Remember when they called up that G League guy who was like 40?
Andre Ingram.
Andre Ingram, yeah. That's who hit the walk-off home run against the Royals today.
or
he,
the
like,
Mets.
said
The
what?
Mets.
No.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
who
Fred,
hit
yeah,
the-
Fred.
oh,
Yes,
sorry. Oh,
yes,
okay, I
yes,
forgot it
yes,
flipped.
yes, yes,
But yes,
yes.
the guy who hit the walk-off.
I
against the
know.
Royals.
Oh, I know. Which Milwaukee is
Yeah,
just
let's
a
not even
better.
talk about the Mets. Don't even bring
The,
them up.
the Milwaukee
that
Brewers.
was like an actual accidental like secret dig.
Yeah, no, it was. He was just talking about the wrong different team. This is a team who only cares about minor leaguers, and they're the best team in baseball as of right now. They're 73-44. They are way up on the Phillies. Phillies are 68-49. The Dodgers are 68-49. They lead the West. The Cubs are 67-50. The Padres are 66-52. And the Mets are 1.5 games up against the Cincinnati Reds, who still have like the worst like player in the league in Matt McClain on their team, which is kind of crazy. But the Mets have been in a free fall, so hopefully they bounce
Oh my
back
God,
after
it's
this.
so bad. It's
They-
awful.
They have to
It's
bounce back.
unbelievable.
They have
It's
to bounce.
actually unfucking
Hold on,
believable.
we'll get to you soon. Hold on. The Cincinnati, they're 1.5 games back. St. Louis is 3.5 games back, but I don't know if they're really worrying about getting there. So we'll see what the card. Well, maybe
Cool. I'm looking at JJ Weatherfall
Helsley
highlights,
back?
man.
You can keep Baez.
Mason Wynn is the best shortstop defensively
Keep
in the. Mason Wynn is the best shortstop defensively in the league, so that's cool. San Francisco's dead. Arizona's dead. The Miami Marlins, they had a shot. Not really, but they were playing good, and now they're also dead.
Oh, they're gonna sweep the Mets in 2 series.
Atlanta, there we go. Pittsburgh, who cares? Washington has sucked again, in Colorado. So that was funny. Let's just start off. Our 2 teams in the NL. Let's start off with the Cardinals first. Nick, what is going on in your Cardinals thoughts as of right now? I know it's not much of this season, maybe next season. I heard J.J. Weatherholt was in that conversation. Maybe Mason Wynn is in that conversation. What are we thinking about right now as a Cardinals fan?
Yeah, so a lot of people were pointing out, I forgot who recently, Jackson Chourio got a rookie deal a contract extension. There was someone else in the NL Central that recently got like a rookie contract extension, or they were like in the minors. I'm not sure if it's
Well,
The
Roman
Pirates?
Anthony got the big one.
Yeah,
Okay. No, never mind.
Roman
That-
got the 130.
never mind. That is what triggered it. Yeah, so Roman Anthony on the Red Sox got it, and they were like saying that JJ Weatherholt should be getting paid next. But I do want to say, now that everything is just kind of dark and we're just kind of doing tryouts for next season technically, I think Mason Wynn should get the next
Yes.
contract
The
extension
guy who's
for the
played in the
Cardinals.
fucking MLB before. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
He
not
is-
that I don't like
he is
JJ.
just like everything else that's so dark. Like Ivan Herrera, I think can be really good. His bat's good, but we need another season to see how he does. Jordan Walker's all over the place, whatever. He's doing great now, but we'll see. Mason Wynn is the one young guy that has at least never just looked like he's out of place. He's had some rough bat streaks, but at the same time, his defense is just so solid. Today, he had a little fumble of the ball, ground ball in ESPN, and still just threw it like 101 mile an hour down across the diamond, got the guy out. He's so solid for his defense, and if he is at least an average hitter, which he is just barely not an average hitter in the league, if he can at least be that with the defense he's got, he's already worth that money, and maybe we get him for a little of a deal, which he can improve on his hitting at any time in the future, and he's a phenomenal player. So I hope the Cardinals definitely re-sign him. That's one thing I've learned for sure this offseason. Other than that, it's definitely a matter of our prospects right now. I think September is going to be huge. I think this is going to be one of the first Cardinal years where like September call-ups are like the highlight of this team. I feel like at least we're going to call up Quinn Matthews, who's had some really good recent starts for the Cardinals. He is the number 56 prospect for the team, and he's done really good in AAA. Recently went like 7 innings with 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. He was a guy that recently walked, apparently like his walks per 9 innings number was 9 walks per 9 innings. So very not good number for sure in the minors, but I think if he can at least make his own, he can just put Michaelis to the bullpen. Who gives a fuck at this point about Michaelis? Like the front office just has to know they've messed up at this point. They already knew with Fetty. So hopefully that's what they think of at the end of the year. Let Quinn Matthews start. J.J. Weatherholt, we'll see. He's killing it. I think that's going to be huge. If we can start the year with Mason Wynn doing solid with a contract extension and see what J.J. Weatherholt's got, if he's the guy, I think that is perfect how we go into this next stage. So right now, if we make the playoffs, like I was saying, like, cool. Our young guys like Victor Scott, Mason himself will get some experience. That would be a win, even if we were to get smoked in the first round. They would get that environment, but yeah, I really don't care about making the playoffs, and it's all about progress. So that is my thoughts on the Cardinals from here on out, pretty much.
We'll move on to the Mets. P4, it kind of actually looks like Frank the Tank has some valid points. Like he has some valid crash outs here. Like it looks like the Mets are.
Okay, well that's the problem. It's a boy who cried wolf. You ever been to a fucking summer camp one time? Your mom ever tell you one story when she tucked you in? Boy who cried wolf. The guy freaks out every fucking day. So then when the Mets actually suck, he freaks out again. Oh! Not surprising. Next.
So you're not surprised the Mets are freaking
No,
out?
I am surprised about the Mets. I'm not surprised that Frank the Tank is freaking out. Frank the Tank is. What are we doing talking about this guy?
Well, let's talk Mets. What does Giraffe Neck Mark have to
Oh,
say?
jeez, that guy's kind of a. Hey, I don't want to give anything to anybody, but yeah, I do watch the Mets Up podcast. It's a good show. But no, what I have to say about the Mets is it's a disaster. It's a joke. I mean, I don't know what to say more than that. It's and everyone's seen the meme if you spend any amount of time on X, but it's like the pitching and the hitting, and then you can only have 2 of the 3 or whatever. But no, it's however you can lose, they find a way to lose. Instead of finding ways to win, they find ways to lose. They were up 5-0 today. Cedric Mullins hit his first home run as a Met. It was his first Oppo home run as a Met. There was this whole thing that I sent K-Stelt today. That was like how the Mets are late on balls, like because they have like the highest swing rate, but maybe Eric Chavez, and this whole thing with like, and I know Zumwalt's doing the same, but we're talking about
It's different, but I know what you're saying. It's a different style.
It's just
Similar but
going
different.
on. There's something going on. People are mad. They're looking for the scapegoat. They're trying to blame somebody. Lindor's supposed to be the captain, but it seems to me that Well, no, not even. I mean, Lindor's a great player. Nimmo's a great player. Pete's a great player. Soto's a great player. Soto's hit a solo shot in 3 straight games. The squad can't put it together. Whatever's doing good that day, then the other stuff is doing bad. It's whether the hitting or the pitching or the this or the starting, and Frankie Montas and Reed Garrett has to be an opener because we don't know how Montas is going to do. And we're paying him $12 million for the next 3 years. And you go, okay, well, Sean Manaea is really good, or Kodai Senga is really good. And I want these guys to be good. And they're good in my, heck, what in my Madden franchise, Jets are 10-2. I'll let you guys know when that happens. But you're looking at all this stuff, and what are you going to do? You have $1 billion in payroll. What more can you? We're past the trade deadline. We couldn't give up we didn't want to give up Luis Angel Acuna for what the fuck's the guy's name on the White Sox? Luis Robert. And would that have solved our problems? Let's say we did. Are we sitting better now? Would he have hit for the cycle in the last 6 games and we win by 15? Like, would that have fixed any problem? Let's say we did give up Jonah Tong and the other 5 best prospects for Paul Skeens. Does that mean we win 1 more game out of 5? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's an absolute joke. It's a travesty. I can't tell you. Maybe it's everything. Maybe it's nothing. Those top 4 guys need to be better, but also the pitching needs to be better. So, however they can lose, they do lose. It's sad to watch. I mean, especially for how hot they were. And maybe you look at all into it, you go, well, it's Grimace, or it's Jose Iglesias, or it's this, or it's that, and it's all these bullshit. It's the gay Mets. It's stuff for the fans to deal about. There's something going on, maybe in that clubhouse, maybe not. I mean, fuck, every time they have a streak, you got Lindor, who says all the right stuff, goes, we got to be better, we got to do this. But then it doesn't change until it does, and then we latch onto a thing, and then it doesn't change. Pete Alonso is going to beat Darryl Strawberry's record for most home runs in a Met uniform, probably within the next couple of days.
I thought that was Piazza. I thought that was Piazza.
Piazza probably has the most home runs, but not in a Mets uniform. He played way too long for the Dodgers. It's 252. He just tied Darryl Strawberry. You want me to even give you 248, I believe was, or 249 was David Wright. I mean, Randy Johnson's up there. Are you really fact-checking me on Met stuff? I mean, what does your show come to?
Yes.
Google asks me.
Bro, I was typing
You're right,
so
you're
hard
right,
on the
you're right.
keys.
You were.
Well, say it again.
You were right.
Clip it.
What was there the clip? I wasn't trying to unprove him. I was just trying to make sure that he was like. I
Hal,
didn't
do you
want
not think that they bring that up every fucking broadcast about 13
no,
times? It's
well,
every time Pete comes up to bat.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I watch
Anyways.
every inning of every Mets game. I did miss some of the game yesterday. I watched the whole game today. Brett Beatty home
Fake
run.
fan.
I know, right? It's. I don't know what to say, Kyle. Probably has something to do with the Big Lebowski.
It probably does. What I will say is, yes, the style of hitting that you're talking about is very similar to the Royals, which is considered.
No, I'm just saying the situation of the hitting coaches with like the
Yes,
DMs and all
yeah,
that kind
so-
of stuff. But sure, yeah,
Oh,
the Royals stink too.
No. But there's 2 styles of hitting now in the major leagues, and it's either you're like
Getting on base and not.
Yeah, it's like you're either the Yankees or you're basically the Royals. Is how I figured it out. And the Yankees. hold on. Now before you start clamoring about it,
You either the Lakers or you something like
No,
this.
hold on.
Detroit.
The only reason I say this is because these are the only 2
Some
teams.
teams have Steph Curry. Some teams have Seth Curry.
The
I know
only
what you're saying.
Hold on, stop. I was trying to explain the philosophy of hitting, and the only 2 teams that I've studied the most are the Yankees and the Royals. And there's 2 types. There is called zone hitting, and there is called strike hitting. And they both use. Hold on. They both use.
I've only studied 2 teams. You know what? I've decided that there's only 2 teams.
More than others. Calm down. And one team focuses on a zone that their bat can contain and that can hit well. That is the Yankees. They both use pitch recognition. They have to know what pitch is coming in. If they can't read what a slider is, then it's all over. The Yankees like to listen. Here's my zone. Here's my home run zone. If I swing here, then my home run happens. A lot of teams use that. The Phillies are another team who use that philosophy. Let's just say the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are a great example because they are way high in contact rate and they win a lot of games. The Blue Jays are really good at hitting at any zone in the when they're at bat, and they can hit that zone really well, which is called strike hitting. And they just basically know how to put a good level swing on a strike, whether it's a slider, fastball, changeup, whatever. And that's why they're really good. The Royals are not really good at that strike hitting because they are not really good strike hitters. They try to form their players into strike hitters, and it turns out to not be good. The Blue Jays have good strike hitters. That's why a lot of guys who are good on their team you've never heard about because they brought them up, because they've trained them well, and now they're good at it. The Royals don't do that. They like to train their players once they get into the major leagues, out of the minor leagues, two completely different philosophies. That's a story for another day. So I kind of know where you're coming from. The Mets are kind of trying to be strike hitters, and sometimes that gets you in a really hot streak, like the Royals were kind of in for a little bit when they were winning all those games, and they're 9 for 13, they're scoring like 7 runs a game or whatever. And then, like, well, what happened in the first season? They're only scoring 2 runs a game. It's because of strike hitting. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's really all about what the pitching is going to do to you that game. It's pitcher dependency. But most teams who will end up being good are zone hitters because it deflates the idea of what pitchers do. Pitchers can do this, they can do that. If it's in a zone where a hitter likes, they're either going to swing or not swing. Sometimes when they swing, they miss. But when they don't swing, it's outside of the plate and they walk a bunch of times. Three true outcome hitting. So, yes, I understand some of the pain you're going through, but not really because your team's actually good and they'll probably get out of this funk because that's just how hitting rolls. It's going to be a thing in the major leagues for a while now. And we'll see it happen for a lot of good teams and bad teams. I guarantee you the Blue Jays will probably lose in the playoffs the first game because that strike zone hitting is not going to work against the Boston Red Sox or whatever. But maybe the Boston Red Sox don't even make it because I'm about to talk about the American League. And the American League is a bunch of... whatever I'm saying right now about the American League is not going to be the same. The teams that are the top 6, that is not going to be the exact order. The first team out of the best is the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 69-50. They decided to go to Colorado and play the Colorado Rockies, and that was a destruction. Do you guys remember that 20-1 game the Blue Jays had? Remember that game? I was there live in person. I saw that game live. And if you heard someone yelling on the broadcast, that was me because everyone was quiet and I was trying to heckle. That was an awful game to watch. Hopefully the Bananas had a better impression on the fans of Denver. Detroit is 68-51. They've gotten out of their slump, so that's cool and all. The Houston Astros decided to walk into Yankee Stadium to a team who's been playing awful, so they got a good 2 wins out of that one. Seattle has been playing better as of lately. Eugenio Suarez is sucking, though, which doesn't really surprise me. That's kind of what happens when you trade for like a rental hitter. They all of a sudden go to a new team that they've been on before, and they start stinking, but they'll probably figure it out, and they'll be the top of the wild card. Boston has kind of sunk after their hot streak. We'll see what Boston does. I don't know personally if I believe Boston's going to be in the wild card at the end of the season because they were so hot, and there's just something telling me that Craig Breslow is going to get a very bad punch in the mouth from the baseball gods. The New York Yankees have been in a worse free fall than the Mets. They are 62-56, and they have been awful. They've been really bad. Everyone is hurt. Their bullpen is awful. Aaron Judge, I know for a fact, is not. Rob Manfred trying to find a way to get bad teams to be good. in a weird way of wanting the floor or whatever to be raised. I don't know, bro. It's whatever. The Texas Rangers are playing betterish, but not really. They also have a couple cool highlights. I'll always see Jock Peterson hitting a home run, and then they lose that game. The Royals were on a hot-ish streak, and then they lost to the AAA Mets. It just shows that even if the Twins have a AAA team out there, they cannot win in Minnesota. Tampa Bay is 57-62. There's not really much to talk about except for Jackson Chourio, who's like literally the greatest 22-year-old to ever play baseball. And then there's Minnesota, who all of a sudden fire sold, and I think they're. Let me take a look at what their record is after fire selling. It's actually pretty crazy. So they fire sold on that day. Let's see what happened. So they fire sold. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're 5-4 after their fire sell, which is of course what the baseball gods do. They go, "Oh, you fire sold. You're actually going to win more than you lose." That won't last too long. The Angels, of course, they bought and it wasn't good, and they still stink. The Baltimore Orioles, bleh. Athletics, they no. In Chicago, they're still hanging around. So, PC, have you seen the Royals at all? You think? What did you do? What did you like?
I mean, it's like we're playing the Twins, who don't really have it, right? Like they traded him, and then you lose 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we making a playoff push or not? Like, if we aren't, if they're gonna just sit around and fiddle each other's buttholes in the clubhouse, and that's how it's gonna work, then they don't like to hit the ball. That's fine. But like they get so hot, and then they play like this. It's just like I mean, I'm not even. I don't mean I'm watching 100% of the time all the time. No, but I'm looking at updates, and then I'm like, oh, we're playing the Twins. We should be fine. We should at least win 2 of them. And you lose 5-3 and 11 today by we were talking earlier. It's a guy who's had 3,000 at bats in the minor leagues. I mean, a team that can trade their entire team and still beat the Royals 2 out of 3. The Royals don't deserve to be in the playoffs. They don't deserve it. They're not. I mean, it's going to really test their luck against the Nationals when we get swept by them. Then we're really going to throw the season in the trash. But I don't know. You still keep hope as you can, and always, I mean, obviously we're not the Mets. If I was the Mets, I wouldn't be that mad. But I mean, I don't see this turning around. I don't see these bats getting going as much as they need to. I think that either it's going to be one or the other. The bats are going to hit, and then the pitchers aren't going to be doing very well, or the pitchers are going to be hitting lights out, and no one can hit a baseball past the third baseman. So I don't know. There's a month left. We'll have to wait and see. 4 games back or something. So
yeah,
it's tough. We got a
we
had a real good opportunity here to really gain a few games.
Yeah, we were in we're in the same position we were yesterday, which is funny. I would have a similar thought process as you, but at the end of the day, we are in the American League wild card race. And if you've never been in the American League wild card race before or paid attention to it, it's basically almost close to playoff hockey. You don't know what's happening. I mean, last year the Twins were comfortably in the second wild card spot, and they ended up not making the playoffs. The Royals were in a free fall, and they barely made the playoffs. Tigers came up and stuff like that, and so I would go, maybe because the Royals are a bad team. They're a good team playing bad. They have good players. They're playing bad. I used to defend Matt Quatraro a lot. And I do think that he is a good game manager, in my opinion. But he's a bad lineup guy. He is not good. John Rave should not be playing in the major leagues at all. He should not be there. And this is kind of like that Moneyball thing where the general manager goes out and trades for a guy, trades a decent arm for a good hitter, like a good bench hitter, who, by the way, is like top 2 in outfield offensive stats. And I think and that guy's name is Randall Grichuk. And I think he's maybe started 5 games, and Rave has started like 12. So, and it just kind of bugs me. I don't, in this entire game, it was, man, like we could really put Grichuk in there. The dog is exclaiming her upsetness right now. But we could have thrown Grichuk in there, a good veteran hitter to go in there and take a walk, hit the ball hard, do a professional at bat, and we didn't. We just kept Rave in there, and the only reason I think we kept Rave in there was because of his defense, and his defense literally lost us the game today. Like in the best way possible, his defense lost us the game today. And I don't want to dog on Matt Cottrell that much because I watched his whatever podcast with Eric Hosmer and those weirdos, and he basically was like, "Oh, like we're in a new position. We're like in a new area that we've never done before." Well, Matt, I hate to tell you this, but you're really good at bullpen guys, what to bring in, the stat. At the end of the day, John Rave sucks. He's a bad player. He is not a good player, and he should not be playing innings for a team who is trying to push for a playoff team. I don't care if it's righty versus lefty. And at the end of the day, if you go and look at Baseball Reference and you see righties versus lefties and righties versus John Rave is hitting better against lefties than John Rave is hitting against righties. So I don't really know what they're looking at. I don't know what stats they're looking at. I don't know what they're seeing in John Rave. But John Rave is a quad A player playing on starting games for a team who is trying to push for the playoffs. So it just kind of blows my mind. And maybe this is. I would not be shocked if Matt Cottrell was fired at the end of this season solely off of the reason that JJ Piccolo went out and got guys and sold good pieces for these hitters, and they're not playing. And that's enough of what it means. If when you're buying at the deadline and you're 2 games under 500 and your manager is not starting guys who you traded for in those games, that's kind of pathetic. That's kind of gay in the old school way. It's kind of weird to do that. So it's very frustrating. I know we lost against the AAA Twins, but the Royals never win in Minnesota. So, I mean, what am I going to say? Who cares at the end of the day? It's just really frustrating that there's just really simple things that you can do for a team, like put in a veteran bat like Randall Grichuk. Oh, but he's against a righty. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if it's righty versus righty? Can he take a walk? He can take a walk. He can hit the ball hard. So, it's whatever. It doesn't really... It should bother me more, but it doesn't. But we'll see what happens next year with Matt Cottrell. And maybe we sign Randall. Maybe we sign Yaz. Maybe we go out and just start buying. But Rob Manfred, it wasn't like that. Because Rob Manfred does not like when teams who don't have money spend money. Because that doesn't fit into his fucking algorithm of big teams should be spending more and winning. And little teams should be spending little and sucking, because then there's a reason to get that stupid fucking ceiling and floor in. So
Clubhouse.
Huh?
Get out of my clubhouse.
Get out of my clubhouse for sure. So yeah, baseball is gonna be just rolling, and the next week we'll probably be talking about a different wild card standings for both leagues. So let's just move on to fight night because this.
gotta get some UFC in there since Kid still had that long rant. We did have a UFC fight night. Before you wanna run us through that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We did have, as the gentlemen are saying here, UFC Fight Night. It was last Saturday. It was at the Apex. It was Dolizé versus Hernandez. Just amazing. It's really something to see. Cody Brundage, still no bueno. Gabriel Fernandez, good win by her. Euros Medic over Gilbert Urbina. Incredible knockout. If you haven't seen it, you saw this knockout and you're like, whoa, how is the Apex going to get any better than this? And then Joseline Edwards with maybe the best women's KO I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Joseline hit her with the 1-2, put her out. Priscilla Cachoeira. First round, 2 minutes in, La Pantera, Joseline Edwards. Incredible win by her. So yeah, we had 2 incredible knockouts, and then we went to Elijah Smith, and I called it before the fight. I said, we are on Nick Howard, new favorite fighter watch, and I have yet to hear a response to that. But Elijah Smith,
he made a damn good impression, I'll tell you that, dude. I mean, that was
but I saw him, and he was minus 500 favorite at 22 years old. I go, this is Malcolm Wellmaker all over again. This kid is going to do. And right off the bat, Tashinomi Kazama start out with a grappling exchange, and he's a really big jiu-jitsu guy. We weren't sure at Elijah Smith. We knew he had hands and all this stuff. Got into a big scramble right off the bat. Got on top after the scramble, was able to get out of a couple heel hooks, spent most of the first round, the first 4 minutes or so. I mean, they were scrapping for the first 10 seconds. 4 minutes, just ground and pound, just some really incredible striking from the bottom. Good elbows, good punches. I mean, a couple of those, you're almost thinking like Adrian Yanez versus O'Malley, or one of those big, like, oh my gosh, his head's bouncing off the mat. When are they going to call it? And then Tashinomi Kazama ends up locking up or trying to lock up the armbar. And anyone who's seen Here Comes the Boom or Josh Newton or Pride Days, Rampage Jackson knows exactly what happened next. But Elijah Smith lifted Tashinomi Kazama over his head, left his feet, and on the way down, just put 250 pounds plus all the, I'm no scientist, but I mean, it was enough to damn near kill the kid. Incredible slam. It was crazy. Oh my gosh, got a couple ones in. So Elijah Smith looks really good, really good. We'll see what the UFC does, but what weight class is this? I believe it's 45.
Featherweight? I think it was a featherweight.
No, bantamweight, 135. They weighed in at 136.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, bantamweight, there's a lot of killers in there. Maybe him versus Wellmaker next. Just get it over with. We're gonna see both these guys at some time.
No gatekeeper fight. Just go straight into it.
Yeah. No, we'll have you both fight someone twice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but incredible win by Elijah Smith. What is he doing? Whatever, man. Anyone else want to talk about Elijah Smith? Kind of a cool KO.
No, it was really cool. I mean, it's, like Here Comes the Boom-esque knockout. It's definitely a highlight.
Julius Walker, he beat a unanimous decision. Rafael Carretera. Julius Walker, 7-1. He's been in a couple other promotions as well outside of the UFC. But he lost to Alonzo Minefield in his UFC debut. This is his next UFC fight. Minefield's a tough get for your first fight. So beat Rafael in this fight. Julius Walker, maybe someone to keep your eye on moving forward in this light heavyweight division. move on up to the main card. That was your feature prelim. Christian Leroy Duncan, who deservedly so.
That was knocked out.
I mean, really well timed spinning elbow, incredible. I mean, Christian Leroy. I don't think I've ever seen him look this good. I was probably going to look at Eric Andrews at the end of this fight, but Christian Leroy Duncan really looked good. Had a well timed thing. He's a former Cage Warriors guy, being from England, but we saw him lose against Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop, and Armand Peterson, but he has some good wins in here. Beat Pulayev, now Anders. I mean, he's not quite to that level that you want to see, especially with a guy. I think he's called out Paddy Pimblett a few times and stuff, being that English kind of thing. But Christian Leroy Duncan, just an incredibly well-timed win, and he went spinning elbow and then got Anders on the ground. But within the first couple minutes of that fight, Anders was fighting too. So really cool fight there. Then we go up the card, Gene Matsumoto versus Miles Johns. I mean, this could have been fight of the night as well. Split decision. I had Miles Johns on my card at the end. Gene Matsumoto did have the takedowns, did have the grappling advantage, but I thought Miles Johns did enough in the scrambling department and was able to keep the offense at bay. Gene Matsumoto, as far as trying to work to his submissions and ground and pound. But Miles Johns goes down to 15-4. Gene Matsumoto goes up to 17-1. Both these guys will probably stay around the same spot that they are in the bantamweight division. It's just so stacked right now. Heavy panting from K-Stel. And Andre Fili took on Christian Rodriguez. Andre Fili, who we saw at UFC Seattle out of Federal Way, Washington, Touchy-Feely, he's looked really bad his last couple fights, but I did put money on him to win this bout, and he did show up for me. It was a split decision. I don't know if I totally agree with the decision. Obviously, having money on the bout, I was a little biased, but Christian Rodriguez is a good fighter. Falls to 12-4. Rodriguez was 75-25% split on Tapology. But, I mean, yeah, Andre Fili, he's doing just enough to not get cut. Because, I mean, I swear, if he lost this fight, he was going to be cut from the UFC. And I think he's a good fighter. He's a fun fighter. He's exciting to watch. Beat Cub Swanson, lost to Costa. I mean, Malquazil Costa is a pretty good fighter. Lost to Ige, beat Lucas Almeida. Lost to Nathaniel Wood, beat Bill Alego. I mean, what are you going to do? Lost to Bryce Mitchell, no contest, Daniel Pinera, but beat Charles Jourdain. Lost to Sadiq Youssef, but lost to Michael Johnson, but beat Artem Lobov. So, I mean, lost to Calvin Kattar, but lost to Yair Rodriguez, but beat Gabriel Benitez. So, I mean, you're looking at this guy who fought Max Holloway in 2014 and lost to guillotine choke at UFC 172. He's been around forever, and he just hasn't been able to get over that hump at featherweight. So, Andre Touchy-Feely, hopefully we get him another couple fights, maybe another Seattle card, or I know the Vancouver card is coming up in October. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep him around, but I'd like to see him again in the UFC. And Christian Rodriguez, I mean, he's a young kid. He's in his 20s. He's got stuff to prove. Former Bellator guy, former LFA guy, Contender Series guy. He is on a 2-fight losing streak, also losing to Costa, who's a really good fighter. But he's missed weight a couple times too. We'll see what he does. But Christian Rodriguez and Andre Fili, another great fight on this Apex card. And that's the problem, is that they get to go up and they get to say, oh, look at the card afterwards. But, like, yeah, these guys are fighting for their lives. Of course it's going to be a good card. We as fans deserve better, well-put-together cards. Ismeen Lucindo beat Angela Hill. Steve Erceg got the unanimous decision over O'Day Osborne. Steve Erceg, keeping his name up there, staying relevant. This was a bantamweight bout. This was his first bout at bantamweight, being a former contender at 125. So I think he'll stay at 125. But, I mean, there's just so many guys at 135. It's insane. And then we get to the main event, which deservedly so. Anthony Hernandez, Roman Dolezaj, and Dolezaj, who's a Georgian fighter, training partners with Merab. He's a very scary guy, but Anthony Hernandez maybe did one of the most what do you call that? Brutal
Ass whooping.
submissions. I mean, yeah, it was ridiculous.
Ass whooping, and then
Well, in
just
the end of the second round,
fatality.
Herb
A
Dean pulls him off.
brutality, dude. Yeah.
I mean, Dolize's covering up. Boom, boom, boom. Vicious ground and pound from Anthony Hernandez. Herb Dean pulls him off. Hernandez at first thinks that was the end of the fight. Herb Dean then reminds Anthony Hernandez in his corner that it's just the end of the round, and they go good. And you're like, whoa, is this like some fighting nerd type shit? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is that crazy, like, underdog mentality that we've been waiting to see out of Anthony Hernandez, that we finally saw that out of all these fighters, you want to see him just bring that guy. And then what's he do to Dolize in the fourth round? But pick him up by a rear naked choke and dragged him. I mean, it looked like a hate crime or something. Like, you're looking at it, you're going, oh my God, like, why are they sanctioning this?
It was not like he pulled him away from the cage and just like his feet were
Why
off
is
the
that?
ground. I was like, holy shit. And he was just tapping while he was being carried. I was like,
Dragged
that is absurd.
by the back of your neck. I mean, and this is after we've seen some of the most incredible knockouts on an Apex card. I mean, this was it was just a really good card. And Dana, I know you probably broke the record at the Apex and you had so many people there and all these fans, but come on, man. Anthony Hernandez, Roman Dolize should be like a featured prelim on a fight night card,
Yeah,
really.
same thing with Burns against Morales. Like,
I-
that is something that should not be. I don't know. He's got,
So-
like I said, it's a contract to fill. We'll see.
So let's move on to next week because we do have a big one, UFC 319. And since you said the name, I will bring it up. Gilbert Burns, in the middle of his losing streak, went 15 minutes with Khamzat, and Khamzat beat him by split decision. Gilbert Burns beat Khamzat Chimaev. Dricus du Plessis, the two-time reigning real African champ, real bad man things. Dricus du Plessis will defend against Khamzat Chimaev in Chicago. Nick Howard, where are your seats for the fight?
Man, at my couch in Missouri. And nowhere near that, but I will be watching that. I'm excited for that. That fight's been something that's just, it's needed to happen.
If
Yeah.
anyone's a fan of TikTok, or I get my TikTok through screenshots on X, but the Duplessis memes are getting very good. These Gen Alphas, now I don't want to say, because I coach a couple of them in football, there's some funny kids. There's some funny kids in Gen Alpha, and what you're hearing a lot of Duplessis by look over there, then pulls out comically large hammer, or DDP by accident. It's going to be real fun to see this fight. Khamzat is, I mean, he's kind of a killer too. He has some tricks up his sleeves. He's a gamer. It's gamesmanship, not sportsmanship with this guy. He's going to do everything he can. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes in with a little extra Vaselined up, some baby oil. Like, he could, he's kind of a guy, he's the bad guy. He's the heel of the UFC right now. And it's crazy because Duplessis is definitely the heel. Duplessis is crazy. If you look up some of the shit that he said to people, it's like the meanest, truest thing. He's like that one aunt at the family reunion who's like, oh fuck, she's here and she's gonna say it, right? No, there's no secrets. So I'm excited to see the come up on this fight, and we'll talk about it next Sunday. But I don't know. Now that I'm unemployed, maybe I live stream the press conference or something, because I think that this is going to be UFC 319. And we'll get to the rest of the card in just a second, because it is fucking ridiculous what Dana pulls on us. But Duplessis versus Khamzat is going to be a really good fight. Before I get to the dudes and their opinion, co-main event, Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Just fucking bullshit, man. Like that.
I'm
This
excited
is
to see Aaron
Patrick
Pico
Nick.
start.
Yeah, in the prelims. On a 3-round co-main
I
event.
like Masvar. I liked where that was going for sure. I don't know. Lerone,
I agree.
we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Lerone Murphy.
That
That's a good
also
co-main event.
that also could be a good, better, sizable matchup for Pico as well. But the fact that it is a co-main is
That's it, right there.
like
Exactly.
bottom of the main event is Lerone Murphy versus Pico, or main card is
Yeah.
Lerone Murphy versus Pico. Not
agree.
co-main.
Exactly. And the whole point of this, and the only reason it is a thing, and like, right, Jared Cannonier versus MVP should maybe be the co-main. Fucking make that 5 rounds. Why not? But we had this whole thing going up the last couple pay-per-views. We've been on Discord. We've been watching it. We're looking at it. And what's it say on 319? Co-main event to be determined. They keep on announcing it like it was going to be this big thing. Like, I was thinking at the worst, it was going to be like a Wei Li Zhang title defense or something. Like, give us something. Give us something. But you give us Aaron Pico making a debut. We got a debut in the co-main event. It's not like even fucking Alex Pieta when he was making his debut. That was like a prelim kind of thing where it's like, okay, maybe. But we're already putting these guys up here, these patchy mixes, these Pitbull. Who's Pitbull? Like, I don't even bother getting that guy's fucking name. He's gonna lose another 2 times and be out. I mean, what are we doing with these Bellator guys? Fucking Michael Chandler. You got Dana White privilege, man. You got the shit handed to you. Chip Schiavone, I can't understand you, motherfucker. But moving down the card, we got Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. I mean, we got a fighting nerd on the card. We got Jared Cannonier at Michael Page
After Gary.
at 85. Well, yeah, and hey, that was a good fight right there. And Gary's a good fighter, and Prates is a good fighter. Is Prates still a fighting nerd now that he's lost? We got Tim Elliott versus Kaya Sakura. Wait, say it.
No, I was about to just comment on the fight that was going to be pretty good. But yeah, Prates had a good check last time. I'm excited to see what he learns for sure. Continue.
Yeah, Jeff Neal, this is a good fight right there. I am honestly surprised that fight hasn't happened yet. I thought that was the only fight at 170 that's ever.
That would have been a step up, more attainable for him than it was to go against Gary for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think. PC, say it. What's Jeff Neal?
He is undefeated, right?
No, he's not undefeated. He's 16-6. What is he?
Got hands of steel.
No, he's. All right, I'll say.
Say what?
He's the kind of the gatekeeper in this
yeah.
welterweight division.
Yeah.
He's the guy you have to beat the guys that you want to beat.
Well, yeah,
but
yeah, because he's on a 2-fight losing streak too, because he lost to Machado
So we'll see with that. Jared Cannonier, MVP. Tim Elliott, Kaya Sakura. King Green versus Diego Ferreira is on the prelim. Gerald Mirashot versus Michael Olechecki is on the prelim. Jessica Andrade is on the prelim. Alexander Hernandez versus Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper by KO, maybe. Edson Barboza. This is at 155, too. Remember when Chase Hooper was that fucking skinny kid fighting at 135 at 6 foot tall? He has gone up 2 weight classes in his UFC career. We got Edson Barboza. We got Nasruddin Ruzabayev versus Brian Battle. This is on the prelim. Ilabai Idris versus Joseph Morales, the unranked, undefeated Uzbekistani in 125 as the early prelim. I mean, I think Aaron Pico is the worst fighter on this card. Like, what are we talking about?
It's just why.
But I mean, what are we gonna do, right? I'm gonna watch the whole card anyway. I can't get that mad at the ranking of
he's got the most pressure on him in this card for sure, just because of that placement. But
I guess so.
I like what I've seen.
Yeah,
let's
talk about the
lot,
card. What's our favorite fight? What fights do we want to talk about? I mean, every one of these fights is kind of a banger. I mean, any one of these you want to pick. Nasruddin Ruzabayev versus Brian Battle. Jakar Close versus Edson Barboza. I mean, stop me whenever. Alexander Hernandez versus Chase Hooper. Jessica Andrade versus Lupita Godinez.
I'm excited to see Kai get back in the mix. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was a crazy first test to give him Pantoja out of 100%. Everybody that's like Patty Mix, Mario Batista.
He's got to be looking across and going, fucking Pico got co-main against Lerone Murphy? Where was that for me?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is the level I needed. Like, why in the world? It's like, I think Tim Elliott will be good to at least display his skill, even if it's an ass whooping or something. Because I don't think Elliott is like the worst thing in the worst, but at the same time, he is someone that definitely is beatable for Kaya Sakura.
He's the what in the flyweight division, PC?
I think that's known as a gatekeeper.
Thank you.
Nerd glasses emoji. Anyways, I think that, Kai looked pretty good from Pantoja, like, besides the fact when he just got absolutely cradled up in, like, the end of the couple rounds. And just, he started off the fight with a flying knee, and Pantoja just ate it. And it's just at that point that's like, all right, this is a UFC. He got like his welcome to UFC moment at that fight. So I think definitely that starting off the main card is going to be fun. If Kai can really show and prove what he did over in Japan wasn't something that he can only do in Japan, that would be huge. And yeah, we'll see where he goes from there. But that is definitely most intriguing.
We ready for some Smart or Dumb?
MVP versus Jared Cannonier, middleweight. That's one that I kind of want to speak a little bit on. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Why isn't this a 5-round fight? I mean, Jared Cannonier's a fucking dog. And then you got MVP. I mean, MVP can do almost anything to anyone. Like, this is going to be a banger. It's a good card. It's a good card. It's just, you put it wrong. It's like if you got like the week 18, right, in the NFL this next year, and they put the Panthers Buccaneers game as the Sunday Night Football. You're like, you couldn't find another one. You couldn't, that's the one that you put, but regardless. Yeah, Smart or Dumb, I can do that. I do have a couple extra things. PC, you want to kind of maybe intro it, and I can explain a couple of my new rules?
So, yeah, we got Smart or Dumb, bringing it back a little bit. Not
It's been a few weeks.
So, it's been a few weeks. P4 is still the host, technically. We do have the score update for you.
Like 1-1-1.
The score right now is me.
Oh,
and
2-2.
Kyle and 2. Season total scores, I haven't won, but tied twice. P4's won and tied. Kyle has won once, and then Howard is 0-2. We still need to do some Taylor Swifting. It's just when Howard decides to get on time for once. We actually plan something like that. But
He should just make his own
It is
video
week- it
and
is
just post
week
it on the
3.
channel.
it is week 3. We do have 5 questions.
Yeah, it's been
right now
cheaper.
it's 4, Kyle 2, and Howard 2. Before you want to kind of explain what you're thinking?
Yeah, so I got 5 questions here, and we'll see how this kind of first question goes. But I kind of a new concept as far as the scoring system. So this new kind of game would be don't miss. And what it would be is you guys would go in the order that you are there. It goes K, Stelt, PC, Nick Howard. I'm going to give a topic or a question, and you have to say a thing that fills that criteria, and we're going to go until there's only one guy remaining. So I'll give
okay.
right, and then we're going to see who runs out, because I'm going to give a thing that there's a lot of them, and then we're going to see who's the last one to say the last one.
Okay, so we don't even need to write.
No, you don't have to write for these. So I have 3 of those questions. I call those don't miss questions. I have 1 closest to the pin question, which is going to be a question whoever's closest is going to get the point. And then I have a get it, got it question, which is our typical, here is the question. If you get it, you got it.
Okay.
So the don't miss questions, and PC, are you ready here? We're going to start out with K Stout, go to PC, go to Nick Howard. First question, states with an ocean's shore.
Okay. Timer starts now?
No timer. I mean, I'll keep you on a little thing, and you got a couple seconds to answer.
Okay.
So let's go states with an ocean shore. States touching the ocean.
Okay. I'll go North Carolina.
I'll go Washington.
You gotta be shitting me. Florida.
South Carolina.
I'm going to go Oregon.
Washington.
Already been said. Nick Howard, you're out. So.
Oh.
Kyle,
I was thinking
go.
DC or Virginia. That would be.
Okay, so now it's me and PC.
Yeah, you and PC. Kyle, you're up.
Okay, I'll go Georgia.
Yeah, I'm going to go Connecticut.
Good.
I'll go Delaware.
Massachusetts.
New Jersey.
I'm going to go Maine.
New York.
I'm going to go Maryland.
California.
I am going to go Virginia.
I'm going to go Alabama.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
It is,
go for
yes.
America.
I'm going to go Delaware.
I think that's already been said. K Stout, you get the point there. Good
Yeah.
call right there. Flipping from, we're going east and west coast, Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that is technically
It's
the
an
Atlantic
ocean. I
Atlantic
had to look
Ocean.
that- Yeah.
there's C's and there's bays, I guess, but there's not big enough bay.
All right, so
out
this is
there.
going to be the same kind of ordeal. Do we want to start at a different point? Do we want to have PC start this one off?
Yeah, let's go PC, Nick, Howard, Kyle.
All right, so PC, give me a Heisman winner.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, Money Manziel.
Mr. Howard.
Reggie Bush.
I'm
a
gonna go
good one.
Tim Tebow.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Oh, Devonta Smith.
Jameis Winston.
Go Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Joe Burr.
Derrick Henry. Yep.
Yeah, he won that one.
Joe Burr is
Derrick
right.
Henry.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Let's go.
Wait, whoa.
Oh, yeah,
Hold
Case-
on. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go Travis Hunter.
I'm gonna go with Howard's guy, JD.
Yep.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah.
Ooh.
5, 4, 3.
I can't think. I
One.
can't think.
Kyle's out. Back to you, PC.
Let's go with Baker Mayfield.
Good one.
It's a great one. I was gonna say JJ
5,
Weatherholt, but that was gonna be
4.
so wrong.
3. Mr. Howard?
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, he won a Heisman.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's Jamarcus one.
RG3.
Yep. Baylor Bears.
Oh, we haven't said that one. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I can't
There's a
believe,
lot. There's a lot out there.
I can't believe I lost.
I mean,
one.
I kind of have
That's-
my own list. I play the game myself.
I was gonna say like I had like a list that I had and I ran out.
PC 5.
No.
No, it's him. I just said RG.
Howard. 4, 3.
Mark Ingram.
Yeah, he won one too.
Cool.
5, 4,
Oh, Cam Newton.
3. That's a good one.
How the fuck haven't we said these names? That's insane.
There's a lot.
I feel
5,
so stupid.
4, 3. Mr. Howard. 2.
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward had never played in the NFL. Bing, bing, bing. That was our daily double. Fun fact: New York Knicks. But PC, on to you. FSU quarterback. Never played. Played point guard for the Knicks. 5, 4, 3.
Carson
2.
Palmer.
Carson Palmer did win one. Yes. SC, fight on, baby.
What a pull.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Marcus Mariota.
No,
There
that was my
we
next
go.
one. Oh no.
Yup. 5, 4,
Oh, we said Caleb Williams yet?
3. Nope. I was waiting on that one. 5. Howard. 5, 4, 3, 2.
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud, I don't think won a Heisman.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I've got another one I think that we haven't hit either. I'm like why am
Go ahead.
Oh.
PC, just in case.
Damn.
Bryce
Trevor
Young.
Lawrence.
Yep, no career highlights of the Ohio. State
CJ
quarterback.
Stroud did not win a
thought so.
Heisman.
I
CJ
thought
Stroud
so.
did not
I
win a
thought so.
Heisman.
Let's go.
God damn it.
So congratulations to PC. He won that one. This one I'm gonna pull up my
Is
little
Howard
list,
gonna go
double check.
over 3 and still hasn't done his punishment yet?
And he took second place in both. What am I looking up?
No, PC took second place in the last one.
Yeah, I did pretty bad the first one.
Oh,
Bro's at
He said
Washington.
Washington again.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that hard.
all right.
Damn.
This one's gonna be tough. There's not nearly as many.
Okay.
NFL regular season MVPs, non-quarterbacks. No quarterbacks. No cheating.
Oh my god.
So
Who's
Let's
the order?
start
What's
out
the
with
order?
Mr. Howard. Start with Mr. Howard, K. Stout, then PC.
Adrian Pearson.
Oh my gosh! JJ Watt.
Never won MVP. Get the fuck out of here. There's never been a defensive MVP.
LaDainian Thompson.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm so mad. bro.
That's both of them. All right. No.
Yeah, is that it?
That's so crazy.
I can think of one. There's one pretty big one.
I like Adrian.
Those were the two
Peterson
most
with the-
recent. Fun fact. Those were the two most recent. I'll give you a second. There was one the year before LT, and the one before that was a couple years earlier, and then the year before that. But we got a couple,
Was Jerry Rice ever MVP?
possibly. But you're out of the game, dipshit.
Oh, I didn't know that he was still going.
No, he wasn't. Mr. Howard, I believe, you got one for me.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, what's his name?
Oh, Sean Alexander.
Thank you. Only MVP to not be in the Hall of Fame and eligible for such.
Absurd.
Yeah,
The dog.
I mean, he did have a really good season. All right, PC, that's the three most recent.
Huh.
There's a couple. Did
Sanders ever win one?
Barry Sanders right there. Mr. Howard.
Man. I wanna-
Makes sense. Jim Brown.
Great answer. Jim Brown. Yes, sir. I mean, if we want to count that as NFL, that was technically AFL, but we'll keep it rolling.
I'll wave the white flag.
It was
O.J.
Jerry-
Simpson, Walter Payton.
I was just about to say
Earl
O.J. Simpson.
Walter Payton was in the back of my head.
Campbell.
I was gonna say O.J. Simpson might have
The
won
other
one
more
for this.
recent ones: Marshall Falk, Emmett Smith, Thurman Thomas, no, not Boomer. Lawrence
Thurman
Taylor,
Thomas.
only defensive player. Marcus Allen. I have two more questions. I'm going to take a leak really quick. And you know what? I'm probably going to mute my mic. Do you guys want me to mute my mic?
I don't know. Make sure the dog is on my side too.
It's alright with Kyle.
Chat for a second.
No ways, he
It's all
didn't
good
do
with
it.
Kyle, because Kyle's already gone. He's like, oh, Eric, take a break. This is the guy with the pending contract who just continuously tries to
That's absurd.
do the most ridiculous things other dudes in sports podcasts, but it is what it is. You know,
It is what it is.
is what it is. You gotta fill a little bit of time here. That's okay. Love to do sports podcasts.
How are we feeling about the Chiefs real fast? Before we get anything further
I'm
on. Save a little
scared-
for
I'm
the
sca-
recap.
I'm
but-
scared for the left guard. I don't know who's going to be our left guard. I don't know who our left guard is. Kingsley is not good, and the guy we had last year, I forgot his name.
They had the Ravens and the Bills ahead of us.
Interesting.
Can't stay up on top forever. But I don't like unless Patty gets hurt. Hopefully he doesn't. You have him in the playoffs and the Chiefs and Andy Reid. You just gotta make like got a real shot. I mean, I think they're being underestimated. We can get into that when we get into the AFC West. Before us back.
Yep, last couple questions here from me. Where did I put my questions? Okay. Now, this next question is going to be closest to the pin. I have an answer for this question, and you guys are going to give me 3 guesses on your paper, and whoever is the closest will get the point. Let me know when you guys are ready.
We
That
get
was kinda
3
fun, right?
guesses per.
It was fun.
No, this is back to like OG.
Oh, okay. So we just guess.
Yeah.
One guess. Okay.
We ready?
Yep.
So, a little MLB talk. We got this rookie in Sacramento. Name's Nick Kurtz. And hey, hopefully the audio was clear on that.
Fair.
But
I think
Crystal,
it's pretty.
and yeah, Sacramento looks really good, but we all know that they're not going to be in Sacramento very long. So, how many miles is it from Sacramento to Las Vegas, Nevada? Time starts now. As this is across the highway. This is not as the crow flies. This is the quickest route. Let's see. I'm in a couple seconds. Are we ready?
I got it.
All right, let's see it, gentlemen. I got a 555, a 376, and Mr. Howard, sir.
It's 446.
446. 567 miles. PC, you are the winner. Got it close, within just 12 miles.
Is Sacramento that much north in California?
It is. It's very north. It's more north and east than San Francisco.
Oh, really? I thought it was more south than San Francisco. That's weird.
Northeast of San Francisco.
Huh.
It's like
Interesting.
It would be the wherever PC's from to Kansas City. Like it's just a little up and east.
Huh. I did not. I thought it was like south of San Francisco. Oh.
Nope. Well, you're wrong. All right, so PC, congratulations. This is the last question. This question is classic. Get it, you got it. There's no closest to the pin. Put down the answer. Number 5, still baseball. 1.94 is the ERA of Paul Skeens. Sub 2 ERA. Who was the last pitcher to finish a season with a sub 2 ERA?
Other than Paul Skeens?
Yeah, well, I don't think his last year counted because he didn't qualify. He's going to qualify this year. I don't think he qualified last year. So, yes, in his career, he has a sub 2 ERA, and he ended last year with a sub 2 ERA. But before that, I believe the most recent was, and I'm not going to give you the year, but it was pretty recent, and it's not Paul Skeens.
Good hints.
$15, $14, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. What do we got? Who's the last one? Jacob deGrom. Nick Howard, you also said
Jacob
DeGrom.
You guys are going to be so mad because when I wrote this question, that's a 100% who I thought the answer was going to be. That's why I said it. That's why I wrote it down. Bauer outage. Trevor Bauer was the last pitcher in baseball to end the season with the sub 2 ERA with the Cincinnati Reds in 2020.
Anticlimactic answer.
That's the worst. Dude, that is the worst answer ever.
You were all
of
going to
all
be
time.
mad at that. I knew it. You were all going to be mad.
That was awful.
I believe that was the Mickey Mouse
No
season.
way. If
Yes,
you
it
did
was.
you
Yes,
got
it was.
That's
It
better
was,
close to the
though.
pin than anything.
Jacob deGrom had a 1.9 ERA that year. Jacob deGrom had a 1.70 ERA the year prior and had a losing record. He was 9-11 that year with a 1.7 ERA.
That's bananas.
So you see our final scores after week 3 is I'm currently at the lead at 6. K-Stel and Howard battling out to maybe not spin the wheel at 3. We will have our finale for you guys.
Bauer outage
next
is
week.
crazy.
10 questions next week for the guys. Yeah. But let's end the show. It's been going a little long here, but that's all good. Howard, sir, what are your final words
Fun episode.
for the people?
Oh man, it is a fun time of the year in my opinion. I am such a fan of this time of year because it's like the little seal we get and like little bits of news before everything goes crazy in the fall winter kind of timeline with sports. But we still got baseball at its peak in the regular season, and we're gonna go more and more into the postseason. So there's a lot going on. If the Cardinals make it, I have no idea. I maybe be happy for our young guys at least getting experience, but nonetheless, postseason baseball is pretty sick. We got preseason football going all around, so that's been just awesome just to watch football. Everyone's like, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "I have no idea," but hey, I mean, he got a nasty interception. That's like what preseason's all about. And that's what I really like to see. Like I said, I was happy with Cam Moore's performance, so happy there. I mean, we got soccer, a lot of stuff going on there. We got everything coming up in that timeline. We
No,
got
did you really want to
basketball. We
bring up
got college
soccer? How's
football.
Solid doing?
Hey, he's one of the best in the world still, and we're building a team around him.
Didn't
We
ISO
gonna
Speed
ball.
have a better game in Crystal Palace? And
I mean, Kevin Hart cooked Kyle Lowry in a one-on-one, so you never know in today's world. But yeah, then you got basketball coming up, college football coming up, which is going to be huge, I think, this year. A lot of stuff's going to be really interesting once that all unravels. That's going to be here sooner than the NFL regular season, which is really exciting. But then, yeah, I mean, you got so many sports coming up in the winter, fall time, and it's just going to keep going on and on. But this is like, you see all this anticipation, want to make your own predictions for standings and everything like that, stats and all. And I think that's just sick with baseball still going on. So bring on the NFL Sundays. I'm ready to get into it. But at the same time, right now is still a fun time of the year in terms of speculation.
K-Stel?
If the Royals end up making the playoffs, I don't know what I'll do. Because that would have to mean that the Yankees are not in the playoffs. And if the Yankees don't make it and the Royals do, God bless my wife. Just pray that. Hopefully the Chiefs find a right guard that fits their system. That's all I ask, because they don't have or not right guard, a left guard. They don't have one. That's about it. Let's see what the Jayhawks' new football stadium looks like. And that's it.
Man for Way Out West.
hey, folks, always fun, good episode. Jets bang that Super Bowl future. Plus 2,500. You can get it right now on DraftKings. No free ads. I'm sure you can find it better elsewhere. I'll be your bookie. If you want to put $1,000 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl, I will cover that bet. Give me $1,000. I'll give you a couple thousand back if the Jets win. Mets, we got to figure it out. Just incredible stuff coming down the pipe. I mean, the guys are talking about it. I'm not going to watch any soccer. CFL, we had a cool thing. Oh, another fun thing that we should have mentioned, and we even talked about the AFC South. Well, what's his name? Walker Little? 70 yards. Boo. What a boo.
Cam Little, but yeah.
Cam Little. But yeah, incredible kick by him, 70-yarder, won't count for nothing ever. But yeah, and he said on X, he goes, I'm going to kick another one in the regular season, which would be awesome. That's so funny that the Jaguars are the team that, like, okay, we don't even have to cross our own 50, and like hopefully we can get away like. But
Just
I
three.
digress.
Too bad. Like a Mike linebacker on their starting offense is going to be running out that football instead of some scrub who's like, oh, do I take this hole or that hole? Like, no, Cam Little, you're going to have a guy who is starting on the linebacker side running at that football. You're not going to kick a 70-yard kick at all.
It's got to be low. But yeah, who knows, right? incredible stuff. Just looking over the rest of my notes, I don't see much. Get outside, do sport, support the podcast, support the show, like, donate, subscribe. Let's see what the chat looks like. Refs make the game not fun. Agree with you there, Vinadal. We have our local referee, and you know how they talk. Yeah, goodbye, folks. Fun as always.
Yep. Like, subscribe. We always come online 9:30 Central, 7:30